Good evening, dear viewers. This is the game 7 Day to Die, and I'm Alex Cheshire Game. Propose to listen today a story about survivor Max and his pet squirrels. Once upon a time, there was a resident of 7 Day to Die named Max. Max was a survivor, but he wasn't alone. His beloved pet squirrels, Nut and Bolt, were always by his side, watching his back and warning him of approaching zombies. Max had always been a fan of squirrels. He loved how they would scurry up trees, and he had made friends with Nut and Bolt early on in his time in the game. He'd even built a little tree house for them to stay in, complete with a nut dispenser and a small hamster wheel for them to play on. But as the days went on, things got more and more dangerous. The zombies were becoming more aggressive, and Max knew that he needed to be more alert than ever. He realized that Gadget and Bolt had a special talent. They could sense danger long before him. Whenever the squirrels chattered nervously or climbed up a tree, Max knew to be on the lookout. And that was good too, more than once their warning had saved his life. Despite the danger, Max continued to live, because he understood that success depends on the willingness to take action. Gadget and Bolt were his best friends and closest comrades, and he knew that he would do everything to protect them. Together, the three of them faced their problems head on, always ready for whatever life threw at them. In moments of rest, Max structured his day so that more and more endurance remained despite the standard amount of work. After all, it is logical that sooner or later there will be trials and a test of strange from life. One day, while Max and his pet squirrels were gathering supplies, Gadget and Bolt suddenly froze. They chatted nervously and climbed the nearest tree, their tails twitching nervously. Max knew that this meant danger was approaching. He watched as a new type of zombie appeared in the distance, clumsily approaching them with a strange gait. He didn't look like any zombie he'd ever seen before, and that made him feel uneasy. Realizing everything in time, he began to prepare his body to turn weakness and fear into strength and speed, understanding the principles of his body. As the zombie approached, Gadget and Bolt started making noise, chatting and throwing nuts at the creature to distract it. This gave Max the chance he needed. He drew his trusty shotgun and took careful aim, taking down the zombie with a well-aimed shot. Max breathed a sigh of relief and patted Gadget and Bolt on the head gratefully. He knew they had saved his life again, and he was grateful for their constant vigilance. Residual anxiety he considered reasonable to reduce to zero, to remove the afterburning effect of an already solved problem. Since that day, Max and his squirrels have continued to explore and survive the game, always on the lookout for danger, but never backing down. They were a team, and they knew that as long as they had each other, they could face whenever the wood threw in their way. Let's look in the facts about Fun Pimps Corp. Richard and Joel have a strong creative partnership, with Richard specializing in programming and game design, and Joel focusing on art and level design. Together, they have created a number of successful games, all with a focus on immersive and challenging gameplay. Beyond their work at the Fun Pimps, Richard and Joel are also committed to supporting the game development community as a whole. They have spoken at industry events and have contributed to open source game development projects, sharing their knowledge and experience with other developers. The Huening brothers have also been praised for their dedication to improving the accessibility of their games. They understand the importance of making games that are inclusive for players with different needs, and have added features like colorblind mode and controller support to 7 Day to Die. Through it all, Richard and Joel remain dedicated to their vision of creating games that are both innovating and engaging for players. They are passionate about their work and committed to pushing the boundaries of what's possible in game development. Richard and Joel's passion for game development extends beyond just creating games. They are also dedicated to supporting the development of young games designers and programmers, and have spoken at events and mentored aspiring game developers. Despite the success of 7 Day to Die, the Fun Pimps remained a relatively small company with a tight-knit team of developers. The company has been self-funded since its inception and has never taken on outside investment. The company's success with 7 Day to Die allowed it to continue creating games on its own terms without the pressures and constraints of outside investors. This has allowed the Fun Pimps to focus on creating games that are both engaging and innovative, rather than being driven solely by financial considerations. Over the years, the Fun Pimps has continued to grow and expand, adding new team members and developing new games, including Outpost Zero and the Wild Age. The company's dedication to creating immersive and challenging gameplays has helped to build a loyal following of fans who appreciate the company's focus on quality over quantity. So, this is all about the Fun Pimps Corp. I think this is all for now. So, thank you for watching. I hope you like it. See you in the next video. Bye.